This lesson covers Windows Server printing services. Unlike most of the roles, this is something you need to make sure has actually been installed. So if I go to Add Roles and Features, Server Roles, I have my print and document services installed. I'm focused just on the regular print server. There are also internet printing and scan server capabilities, in addition to the legacy LPD, which is really for Unix-based printing. Likewise, for the file and services, there are different solutions. For example, that data deduplication is something you need to enable before you can dedupe data, as is, for example, the iSCSI target. Once print services is enabled, it's really designed to solve the challenge of corporate environments having many printers. While it would be possible for each user to manually add the printer over IP, it's very inefficient and lacks any control of prioritization of printing and controlling who can print to which printers. The goal of the print server is the printers are actually added to this print server. The drivers can be made available and even publish these printers, for example, into the Active Directory. So once a printer is listed in the Active Directory, users can now just perform a query for printers. It will search Active Directory in their domain and make it easy for them to add them. Likewise, with the new V4 printer drivers, which are new to Windows Server 2012 and Windows 8, this actually gives a much simpler and smaller printer driver model to enable printing from those clients. But the V3 printer drivers are still available and used for the older operating systems. When a printer is shared, there are a number of properties available. So for example, I can say who is allowed to print to this printer. So in security, I can control who can print to it, who can manage it, who can manage documents, i.e. remove jobs that are queued up in this queue. I can configure how it's shared. I've already configured that list in the directory. But also I can control things like handling problem documents. I can handle more advanced configurations of the device as well. Printer pooling is something you're going to use in larger environments. Printer pooling allows us to take multiple separate physical printers and pool them into a single pool, so users submit a print job to that pool and then any of those printers can print the document. The caveat is all of those printers must be the same printer, they must use the same print driver and they need to be in the same location. But if you have a high volume printing requirement, this solves the bottleneck of a single printer. I can configure print separator pages that would then be used to print maybe the user's name in front of the print jobs. A very powerful feature in your branch environments is to enable Branch Office Direct printing. With Branch Office Direct printing, although the print server is still queried by the user to find the printer for print drivers, when the user prints, they actually send the print job directly to the printer. So this is very useful in that branch location. Rather than sending the print traffic to the print server over a wide area network and then back to the printer, this gives you a very efficient printing environment. The user experience is very simple. They can select Add a Printer and it's automatically finding me the printers available to me by querying that Active Directory. Or they can do something manual, but this is going to give them the richest experience. While this is certainly one option to get users adding it manually, normally what organizations will use is actually group policy preferences. So group policy preferences allow us to specify printers to maybe network locations based on Active Directory site and automatically set that printer up for the user. This is made very simple by the Print Management Console. It actually enables a Deploy with Group Policy option. It allows us to select the group policy object we wish to use, and then if this should be applied to the user or the machine. And then we select that printer, and then it's actually adding it to that group policy object we selected and is now deploying this printer for us. So the Print Management Console makes it easy to integrate with group policy to deploy the printers.